All right, South Island CrossFit, today is day 18 of the at-home workouts for closure number 2. All right, so you're going to start with a warm-up. You're going to jump rope or run for 2 minutes. Then you'll do some toe touches, some side lunges, left, right, hold. And then you'll do a hip flexor stretch, Achilles, and then you'll do some running again, and then you'll move with some weight and warm up. All right, so start off with some jump rope. I start off with some jump rope here instead of a run. You might want to do some singles. It's a good time to work on your double unders just in that 2-minute practice there at the beginning. And then you'll swing your feet up, opposite hand to opposite foot for some toe touches. I like to kick my leg up as high as I can. It helps stretch out that hamstring. Gets me moving. All right, and then for the side lunge, I like to put my hands down. I'm not as stable when I go down into my side lunge, so I put my hands down, but you can do it if you can, hands free. Try to keep that back heel down on the foot you're leaning over on. Then for the hip flexor stretch, you're going to get down on one knee and then lean in so you can stretch that hip out. For the Achilles stretch, you'll put your foot to the wall and heel to the ground and then push forward. It'll stretch your calf muscle out. Then for your run, just make sure you find a space to go run, whether it be inside or outside. Just find a good loop to run and move those legs even if you run in place. Now for the deadlifts, find some kettlebells or weight or a backpack where you can pick up and do 10 deadlifts. Then for the push-ups, make sure your hips and thighs go all the way down to the ground and then extend your arms. For the plank up and down, start on your elbows, then work your way up to your hands and then go back down to your elbows. And for the step ups, you can either have a box or a chair, but you're going to step up and then step down. If it's something you can step over, that's great too. All right, for the skill today, you got a 10-minute AMRAP. It's a bit of a core workout, so you're going to do a 100-meter run. So find out a space you can go for 100 meters. Then you'll do 20 toes to bar or 20 leg raises. Then you'll do another 100-meter run and 20 hollow rocks. You'll repeat that as many times as you can in 20 minutes. So start with a run, and then go to your leg lifts. If you got a pull-up bar and you can do some toes to bar, great. Then you'll go back to the run, and then you'll finish each round with some hollow rocks. Extend those feet and arms and rock back and forth. If you can't do that, then put your hands by your side and rock back and forth. And if that's still a challenge, you can go to a crunch. Now, for the 400-meter run, or for the workout today, you're going to start with a 400-meter run. And you'll do 6 rounds then of 10 kettlebell swings, 10 squat jumps, and 14 jumping lunges. And then you'll finish the workout with a 400-meter run. All right, so start with that 400-meter run. If you got a track, use a track. Then, I don't have a great squat jump video, but here's a leapfrog video. Basically, you're gonna squat down as low as you can, then jump up, driving through your heels to jump up as high as you can. All right, for the kettlebell swings, if you got a kettlebell or a backpack works too. You can just go up to eye level, but you're gonna do 10 kettlebell swings, and then you'll do jumping lunges, where you jump up and then bring your feet through. If you don't do a jumping lunge and just do a walking lunge, that's okay too. For the core work today, you're going to go one time through this. 50 sit-ups, 50 double unders, 50 Superman raises, 50 double unders, 50 Superman raises, 50 double unders, and then 50 sit-ups. Whew, that was a lot to say. So start with some sit-ups. Here's a sit-up. Reach all the way back, touch the ground behind you, and then touch the ground in front of you. And then for the double unders, find a jump rope. If you can't do double unders, you can do single unders. If you can't do single unders, of course, you can do jumping jacks. All right. Then for the Supermans, you're going to lay flat on the ground, raise your feet and hands off the ground at the same time, just like Superman did when he flew. He looked just like me. All right. Now for the mobility today, you're going to start with a seated piriformis. That's a muscle through your bottom. Then you'll do a break dancer, which sounds cooler than it is. It's just a hamstring stretch. A ballerina stretch looks a lot like a hip flexor, but has a little bit of difference to it. So here's the piriformis stretch. You're going to fold one foot over the other leg, and you're going to hug your knee, stretch that muscle through your bottom. In the piriformis stretch, you're going to tuck a foot into your inner thigh and reach and grab your toes. It's basically like a hamstring stretch. And the ballerina stretch. That back foot, instead of a hip flexor, that back leg is going to turn 90 degrees, and then you're going to lean forward into that front knee. Okay? Now, for the Sagittarius stretch, Looks a lot like the scorpion, but you're going to put that hand overhead and try to keep that palm on the ground. The twisted hip opener, you're going to reach back with the opposite hand to the opposite foot, hold that position. And then for the armless prayer stretch, I don't have a good video of the armless prayer stretch, but here's the prayer stretch where you drop your hips to the ground, face it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands to your back while you're laying down on the ground. For the overhead squat on the ground, on the wall, you're going to lay down with your feet to the wall and keep your back nice and flat with your hands laying over your head. Now today's mental exercise. If you were here Monday, you're going to read the letter that you wrote to yourself Monday. If you missed Monday, you're going to go back to Monday. Monday's mental health exercise was to write a letter to yourself so that you could read it today. So if you haven't written a letter, write it to yourself. Now go get it. Have a